Hello, everybody. Larry and Al back here at it. We've been on a little hiatus, but we're ready to get back in it. And this is number 27. Larry and Al, Search for Truth.
Okay, why was we on the hiatus, Larry? Tell us about the hiatus.
The hiatus? Well, me and my wife, we took a little trip. We went up north to Northern Europe, and we visited Norway and Iceland and Sweden and Denmark and Poland and Germany, and we were all over the place, visiting other parts of the world, seeing how the rest of the people are faring in this world.
Did you see any difference? Did people ask you questions about what's going on in the United States of America?
Well, we didn't get into too much of that, but when we did, some of the eyebrows were raised. Some of the questions were, "What the heck is going on?" And what do you think? And when you're with people, you're not sure where they stand, one way or the other. So you don't want to delve too far into it. But a few conversations came up, and we just kind of let people from other countries. And there was Canadians and Australians and Brits and a few other different people from different countries. But they're wondering. They're wondering, and they know that it's very influential. What happens in this country impacts the world.
So. Well, one of the things that has happened is that we're not the forward-thinking people anymore.
Right.
Okay, because Britain's had, 2 females in the last 20 years?
Right.
As leaders, and Australia has a leader, New Zealand has a female leader, okay, and we don't even want women to have babies.
So that doesn't really make us a little bit behind the 8 ball there.
Yeah, or if a woman's in an abusive relationship, a marriage, she needs to stay there.
Yeah.
So she can get beat up.
Yeah, right. That's where we come, and that's who people are turning to be leaders.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
Think about that. And remember early on we were talking about what did Make America Great Again means?
Right.
And I told you, I said, Larry, you may not remember, but it means going back to the time when the white man could tell anybody who wasn't white what to do and how to do it.
Right.
Don't look me in the eye.
Right. What are you looking at?
What you looking at?
Right.
Don't look me in the eye. Go over there, boy. Do this.
Yeah.
Do that.
No question.
No question asked. And what's so funny? Think about this. In the 20th century, 90% of the inventions were done by black folks.
Right.
Everything you can think about, done by black folks.
Right.
Hispanic people. Okay? That's
People
crazy.
of color.
People of color.
If you want to say that.
And there's another thing that when you don't respect human beings, then you don't get no respect from human beings. And this is where we're at in this country.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
It's like it's two sides. Now think about this with the new development with Kamala Harris as being president. She's the prosecutor. Trump is the felon.
Right. It is quite a narrative when you really think about it. It is quite a narrative.
And I'm saying to myself, he is running for president, the highest job in the land, and people are comfortable with him being a crook.
Right. No, they have no problem with it.
They have no problem with him.
And on top of that, they proclaim themselves as the party of law and order.
What?
Except they don't want to talk about January 6th as being something other than
Let me ask you a question. I'm going to hit you right between the eyeballs. Okay?
Here it comes.
Okay. Why do you think that boy could be on the roof with a long gun, as close he was to the ex-president, okay? Well, if you're a white boy carrying a gun, you're not a threat.
Right.
If you're a black man and I stop you in the police car and you don't have no weapons, you are a threat.
Right.
And and as you're walking away from me, I can shoot you and kill you.
Right.
But you was a threat.
Right.
With no gun.
Yeah.
but the problem is you wasn't bowing down to me. So if you don't bow down to me, then you're a threat. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, what kind of food these folks be eating?
Well, you mentioned about the Make America Great Again and how what's inherent in the message about the ways it was back in the 40s, 50s, 30s, whatever, prior to any kind of progressive change. What I don't understand is, and I've asked you this many times, and you usually have a pretty good answer, but it always comes to my mind. You see a lot on TV, a lot of young blacks, particularly men, who have bought into that narrative of the Republican narrative, and they don't see the contradiction to their history and how what this is being espoused is such an affront to their history. And so what is it that still attracts them to that party and that that person and that position?
To Republicans?
Mm-hmm. I mean, there were several yesterday watching the TV, Republican strategist. There was a guy on from Florida, a black.
Donaldson.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because they think.
Tim Scott.
They feel that they're going to get a piece of the pie. Okay. They're going to have power. See, they'll be able to point and say, I'm in charge now. Mm-hmm. But first, I better go check with the master first.
Is that like the plantation system? Is it? I mean, as a black man, I'm asking you that.
How'd you catch it?
Well, I mean, I've thought that, but I don't know if I'm in position, being white, to be able to make that assertion. But
what those people, their job is to go out and corral black folks to come into the house. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to that house with you guys. Mm-hmm. Okay? You can't stand up to, if you were standing up to the master, then I would already be in the house. Because you'd be in charge. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
So they really think that they'll have a place at the table.
Because okay, look at Tim Scott. Look how he debased himself.
Where is he now?
Excuse me?
He's lost. And he
ain't nowhere around, is he? It's supposed to be,
He was at one time, wasn't he at one time considered maybe the possible front runner for that? Never gonna be, huh?
What did I tell you in the beginning? When I told you he ain't gonna ever be, and the other one ain't gonna be, and it ain't gonna be no woman?
They doubled down, that's what they were saying. They doubled down with a mini-me.
Oh yeah, because he's gonna take orders. I mean, now wait a minute. This is a guy who said 3 years ago that Trump was a despicable human being,
right. Hitler,
blah 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 blah, and all those negative things. But see, the people that are backing him, Leon Musk, and the other guy from the Silicon Valley, with all the billionaires, put money in his pocket. The man ain't never had a real job. Let me come to you, Larry, and Larry, I want you to espouse my philosophy. And I'm going to make you the general manager of my quick fund. How much is that going to be? I'll give you $1.5 million to do my stuff.
Do my bidding.
Do my bidding. Excuse me.
It's like when you think it can't get any worse, it just seems to go deeper and deeper into the muck and mire. I don't know.
When Biden dropped out, guess who's the oldest one in there?
Yeah. Yep. Now who's the old man?
Who's
the incompetent man?
Now they're going to be paying attention because there's nobody you compare him to.
Right. Right. Because if you looked at Biden and you looked at Trump, you're looking at, tip and tack. But now you've got a black woman,
highly
educated, articulate, who's tough against this, really shell of a person with really no substance.
And the boys went to Yale, but she went to Yale. She's been a prosecutor. She's been a prosecutor of state
attorney,
whole
attorney
nine
general, U.S. senator,
and
a vice president.
But she's black. She this, she that, and she's all that. All that negative stuff.
Oh yeah, they're gonna muck it up. But I think I don't know. I don't know her obviously that well. I mean, other than what I've seen, I've always liked her. But I think she's up to the task to throw all the crap you want to throw.
Well, if he starts,
because it's really a reflection on you that's doing the throwing, and me trying to get you who's going to receive it.
There you go, and she's an AKA.
Yeah.
You know what an AKA is?
Oh yeah.
Alpha, Kappa, Alpha sorority.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
One of the oldest sororities in the United States.
Right.
For HBCUs. And there's some women, some powerful women in government.
Yeah.
And you don't even know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? And they want to, and the Republicans want to do the diversity kind of thing. It had nothing to do with diversity. It had something to do with she was the best candidate for vice president. Obviously, they got elected.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the most votes ever.
Okay. Excuse me?
So somebody liked her. Somebody liked him.
Okay. You got what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, common sense is not being used in this country anymore.
No.
When I was raised up, the word coming out of my father's mouth was, boy, pay attention to common sense. Mm-hmm. Use common sense. If it barks like a dog, it walks like a dog, it's got to be a dog if it bites you.
Yeah, if it bites you. Well, you've been, we've talked about your age. You turned 80 back in March. So you've lived a long time. You've seen a lot of presidential elections.
Yeah.
Have you ever, in all the past ones that you've seen, did you ever see such a big divide between the two sides, the Republicans and Democrats? Has there ever been anything as wide a divide as this?
I go all the way back to Truman, 1948. That's 5 years, 50. I remember when Eisenhower got in. Eisenhower beat Truman. I think was he beat Truman? Kefauver.
Truman, they watched history. Truman stepped out. And then it was L.I. Stevenson.
L.I. Stevenson came in.
Right.
And then Stevenson, Kefauver, back in those days, from Kentucky. Mm-hmm. I mean, they were scrapping, boy. Mm-hmm. But Eisenhower came because he did the military thing.
Right, he was a hero, American hero. Yeah.
And so then he came in, and then after that, Kennedy, and then on down the line.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But never anything like this.
It was close, and not with the contentiousness.
Yes, that's
okay.
And you hear this. I don't know. What do you think? You hear that the electorate, the American electorate, regardless of where they sit politically, Republican, Democrat, right, left, red, blue, they're a little tired of the contentiousness. They kind of are done with it. And if they go on this vicious attack like they say they're gonna, I can't see it being. I mean, it will obviously appease the red meat eaters of the MAGA base.
And that's the older people.
Right.
Okay, you got to remember now you got the younger people coming in or waking up and saying, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. Because I know we have a friend that has a young son in his mid-30s, mm-hmm. and, pretty progressive guy, I guess, from what I understand. And he just said he couldn't vote for Biden, but he can't vote for Trump, so he just wasn't just going to vote.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know what his response is. This was private.
Well, see, the people are not doing. They're not doing their own due diligence and investigating Biden and all the things that he's done.
Right.
Okay. I mean, he think about this. 4 years ago, we was on the brink of everything.
I mean, what he inherited and what he pulled us out. I mean, he saved this country, and that's what really bothers me is when I see people. I mean, you don't have to like his policies, but when they say you know, F Joe Biden and yeah, I mean,
he put whatever he cleaned up everything Trump dumped.
left all the damage that was left.
All the damage.
He cleaned that up.
And went to work, went on by his business.
Right.
It's just like when we used to have our programs.
Mm-hmm.
Every time they closes down, what did we do?
You just go and rebuild it.
And keep on moving.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
But people are not willing to think for themselves. Okay? One of the rules in my life that I learned, that I don't take advice or information from somebody who has not gone through the same thing that I've gone through in my life.
Right, I get you.
Okay? If you ain't gone through the things that I've gone through in my life, and you tell me you need to do this, you need to do that, I say okay, But Larry,
that's a good point.
Everything that we've talked about in all these 30 years I've known you, when you ask me a question, have I ever been wrong when I gave you an answer?
No. Wisdom.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never tell you what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I give you information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And we'll go back to the only time I told you. I told you, Larry, don't go into administration.
Well, that comes up every time. It's the bad penny. I can't.
No, but it's the idea, and then you never asked me why. You never.
And why? Then let's go back to that.
Because I already knew you wasn't capable or compatible to tell somebody what they needed to do and put the squash on. Because I watched you do it with kids. Mm-hmm. So who was a hammer?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and I just said, Larry, don't worry about it. You deal with your way, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, but this one I'm putting the hammer on. Yeah. And sometimes it'll hurt you a little bit. Yeah. You see, because you're not the hammer guy. Yeah. Okay, so that's why I told you.
Yeah, I got you. That makes sense.
That's why I told you. I said, Larry, you don't know these people. These people don't care. Okay, they get you in there, and they put you in. This is what I want. And once they get what they want, what do they do to you? They keep on crapping on you, don't they?
Yeah. Naivety on my part. I mean,
but hey, that's okay. And when you said you was ready to get out, what did I do?
Yeah, you helped me. That's for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And they was saying, "No, you can't go." And I said, "What did I tell you?" Mm-hmm. I said, "This. Hang on, listen to me, and follow my directions." Mm-hmm. And what did you do?
Yeah, I listened to you and followed your directions. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Yeah.
But see, when you don't pay attention to what's around your environment, you get sucked in, but you never see the snipes. Mm-hmm. Okay, just like you didn't see the sniper on the roof. Mm-hmm. And he thought, he's a regular white boy, so he's okay. But he's a sniper.
So if he was black, he wouldn't have.
Oh, shit! He'd have been dead before they said hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Then he shot him before he was put off a round. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Interesting.
Okay.
That whole thing, like I said, it's got me really thinking. You know. And,
just think about it. When you read the news, and the news is always the police stop somebody. Usually, 95% of the time, it's a black man, a black person, for whatever the nonsensical thing they stopped him for. And the next thing you know, he ended up dead because he had a taillight out or a traffic thing. Oh, but I was he disrespected me and blah 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 blah. And I watched him stop white boys and the white boys cussing them out, tell them get away from me, and they walk away. You weren't scared of him? You weren't scared of him?
Yeah.
But see, you can kill a black man legally and get away with it. Okay, because nobody give a shit. And that's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
And that really hasn't changed.
Oh, hell no, man. It's been happening since I was a little boy. Mm-hmm. And I'm 80 years old. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. And it hasn't changed. The integrity of the policeman has not changed.
You don't think the culture of
no, because they didn't kill you and they ain't gonna tell the truth. It's just like you go on a job. You remember how the teachers used to go to work and they would talk about, oh, we got so and so and so and so in the room, in the classroom, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's just the way. So the teachers dealt with their jobs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, let's change the gears here a little bit.
Okay.
I just want to ask you. You know, you a lot has happened in the last month or so.
Yeah.
So you had your health issue. So So talk about how you're feeling and what's going on and what that experience was like.
Oh, scary, man. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't breathe. I was in the hospital for a whole week, and after I got out, I went to the doctor, and it's my fault because I hadn't gone to the doctor for 2 years. Mm-hmm. So he said it would have been. But now that I have new medication, and I'm doing my physical therapy, mm-hmm. and I'm breathing much better, mm-hmm. But you feel your mortality.
Really?
You feel your mortality. I'm 80 years old, mm-hmm. and I appreciate that I have people that are in my life that care about me. Mm-hmm. And I'm thankful that I haven't done evil things to people, mm-hmm. been mean to nobody, mm-hmm. because now is the time in life that you need a little recompense. Mm-hmm. You need a little softness. Okay.
Okay.
And it's important. It's just like you, my friend, and I can call you on the phone. We can have a conversation. When I call Sarah, she orders me food. Goes does my shopping. I call Lourdes. She gives me the massage, cuts my hair, mm-hmm. and do my toenails. Mm-hmm. And you have to be thankful that people care enough for you to do those things. Mm-hmm. And people say, well, what about your daughters? And I said, hey, the one thing that I never wanted to do is I never wanted to put my daughters in a position until it was time for them to be able to handle my business. Mm-hmm. As long as I can handle my business and let them live their life the way that they want to live and do what they needed to do. Mm-hmm. They do enough. They come by football season, they come by, mm-hmm. we watch football games, eat, we order food, mm-hmm. and that's a blessing.
You really appreciate that.
Oh man, they call me on the phone. How you doing, Dad? I'm doing fine. Anything you need? Blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. Well, go on and live your life. Mm-hmm. Okay, I mean I could be selfish and be honoring. I want this, I want that. I mean, they'll get it. They'll go get it for me. Mm-hmm. But am I treating them fairly and squarely? Mm-hmm. You see? Mm-hmm. No, I would not do that. Okay, but I look forward. I want them to be happy when they come see me, and I want to be happy when I see them. Mm-hmm. But then they can hit the door and go home. Not me.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it gave you time to reflect.
Oh man, definitely.
Yeah.
And make sure that I stay on my phone calls, and make sure that I still treat people with respect and honor, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. because that's the key to life, mm-hmm. to me. Because we have to think about longevity, and think about that. Mm-hmm. If you treat people with respect and keep them foremost in the spectrum, they'll treat you with respect, mm-hmm. and that's what we're talking about. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it was good to get back at it.
Oh yeah, man.
Kind of reconnect a little bit, and appreciate you opening your home and allowing us to
Well, I appreciate you bringing the burritos and the tacos,
Yeah.
so that we can sit here and eat and have fun.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna cut this one short, and I want for you to punch the bell. Is that what it is?
Punch the bell. Okay.
Punch the bell and subscribe to us, and we're getting ready on a second group of 25 podcasts. Larry and Al Search for Truth. Signing out.
Signing out. Over and out.
Over and out.
Those of you that are out there listening, subscribe to our page so that you can get the notifications of when we're going to record again.